All right, I think we are live for the six. I think we are live. All right. I'm already seeing the comments. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Udoka Emmanuel, my guy. Good evening, Fisayo Emmanuel Adoni. Wow, so many names. Bolaji Fumilayo. Interestingly, the guest we have tonight also bears Bolaji, right? So again, as you join, immediately you join, just copy the link and share on your WhatsApp status. You already know how we do it. So um because our time is running, our guest is around, and I'm going to bring her up very soon. So quick one here, as usual, just copy the link and share on your WhatsApp status. I'm trying to do same myself, and that's why I'm looking down. Just copy the link, the live link, the link from this session, and just share on your WhatsApp status. Day 6 of FSVE, we are gradually coming to the end of this journey. Wow. Okay, we are 60 already. That's great. As you join, just copy the link and share on your WhatsApp status while we do a little recap. While we do a little recap, sorry. So while we do a little recap, sorry about that. While we do a little recap of FSVE so far, the journey so far. On the first day, we discussed the beginning, the whole journey of financial empowerment. We mentioned that it starts from who you are as a person, right? Why am I sweating? Okay. Um, as you join, just copy the link and share the link on your WhatsApp status. Let's get more persons aware that we have started. Hmm. Okay. I missed where I was, to be very honest. If you are not here on from day one to day four, you may not understand. But yeah, eh, let me just use the opportunity to say that if this is your first time joining us, I'm sorry about the light and the lighting. If this is your first time joining us, please ensure that you go over the day one to day five up to yesterday. Go over all the sessions. It is very important because one thing I said was that this whole journey, like I call it, this is a journey. And I remember I said this on day one, that when we talk about financial empowerment, it's a journey, and that is something that you need to understand fundamentally. um Especially this couple of days that we've been here, if you've been following, you realize that it has actually been a journey, because every single day is dependent on the previous day. On day four, which was 2 days ago, I spoke about three things that are very important um for you to know if you would really be able to understand the business of your skill. This was after establishing the fact that the money you are looking for from your skill is not in the skill itself, it's in the business of the skill. And that is why we have a lot of people that are very skilled and very broke. Many times the issue is not the competence, they are very competent. But sometimes when you observe and you look closely into their situation, I have been privileged to interact with a lot of people, and that is why I can come to that conclusion that a lot of young persons are broke, skilled great guys, very great at what they do, but then they are broke not because they are not skilled, not because they don't have the value, that value that we say money flows in the direction, right? We mentioned that money flows in the direction of value, that value that we already named as skill on day three. I'm saying that there are many persons that have that value and still do not have the money simply because they don't understand the business of the skill. And on day four, which was 2 days ago, I mentioned that there are three important things you need to know, you need to understand if you would actually be able to make money from your skill. And I mentioned that one is branding, the other is positioning, the third is marketing, right? And yesterday, Blossom came out, talked a lot about branding. She specifically spoke on personal branding. And if you actually paid attention to her, like I did, you realize that one thing she actually kept mentioning was also positioning, right? So at the point she said she repositioned her brand at some point when she started getting a little bit of visibility. By 8:15, I'm going to bring up our guest. By 8:15, she's already here. I'm just going to bring her up to the stage. So as you join, as usual, just copy the link. We're almost 100 already. So a lot of people are waiting for this session. They've been waiting. They are not just aware that we've started. So copy the link and share on your WhatsApp and let's get them aware. So she spoke a lot about branding. She said a lot, and we don't have time. We don't really have time. If not, I would have asked you guys for feedback from what you learned yesterday, but we don't have time. So I'm just going to assume that you really remember what was shared yesterday, because like I used to say, it's not enough to just have it in your head. You need to work on it. I was expecting that many of you would have already created your LinkedIn account by now. I was expecting that many of you would have posted and even tagged me. I mean, I got a lot of tags from people and I tried to repost the one I saw, right? I actually reposted the ones I saw that tagged me. Um, but then I was expecting more tags. I was expecting that more persons would have opened their LinkedIn account yesterday. I was expecting that more persons would have at least start showing up, even if you don't know what to post. At least you were here and you were at Blossom session and you pick something. Just it is that simple. Content creation is hard. I wanted to say it's not hard, but it is actually hard. But you can make it simple for yourself. Just show up. Just show up in the best possible way. Okay, how can I show up? Yesterday you were at FSVE 2.0 day 5 and Blossom came. I was talking about personal branding. She shared her story, how she started in December 2024. She mentioned how before then she already had a skill and a lot of things that I could literally tell you from her session just from the top of my head. And I just make a post about that. It is that simple. And you may even be lucky Blossom could have reshared your post, which means that you would get more eyes on your content, right? So it is very important that you don't just know. I just wanted to remind you tomorrow is the last day, is a grand finale, and I don't know if it's finale or finale, whichever one. Just allow me call it whatever it is. So grand finale, and tomorrow is my birthday. It sounds cute talking about it, but yeah, tomorrow is my birthday, and it's going to be an amazing time. We are going to wrap up FSV tomorrow. We'll not wrap up because after the event, we are still going to select some persons that participated throughout, trying to just support them, right? We have funds towards that already, so we are going to do that. But then, as far as this 7 days of value is concerned, it's going to end tomorrow. And I just want to thank you so much, guys. I've been in advance. Thank you. But today is not about my birthday. Today is about an amazing session. But I just wanted to tell you so that you keep that in mind. And tomorrow we are starting by 6 p.m. So tomorrow is going to be from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The World Cup is happening by 8 p.m. and we need to respect that. Um, Aside from the fact that I'm sure that many of you here would want to watch the World Cup. I don't watch football, so I actually don't. It sounds like a flex, but I don't think it is. But I don't watch football, so but I'm just we are considering people that would definitely want to watch the match, and we don't want them to be distracted during the session. So just keep that in mind that for tomorrow's session, it is starting by 6 p.m. I'm sorry, I'm sweating. I've changed location. Tomorrow's session is starting by 6 p.m., right? So just take note of that and keep that in mind. 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. The time is 8:14, and I'm so excited to bring up our guest for tonight. Her name is Chinwendu Bolaji, and I call her Chi. I mean, I had to take permission before I could start calling her that anyway. So I'm not expecting that she'll come up and you guys will start calling her Chi, right? Her name is Chinwendu Bolaji, and I got to know about Chinwendu. I think that was 2 years ago. I want to be at least sure to an extent about what I'm saying. I think that was like 2 years ago. I got to see her on my feed, and the first thing I noticed was that, oh, we are in the same school, right? That was the first thing I noticed, and I think it wasn't until last year that we actually spoke. I mean, we attend the same school, so we're able to. We've seen a couple of times, and one thing I would say from watching Chiwendu grow on LinkedIn, show up on LinkedIn, she has. Oh my bad! I was supposed to share a profile, right? I would have done that to just help you guys in case some of you are on LinkedIn and you like to connect with her. But she has over 20,000 followers on LinkedIn, so she's a big girl, right? She's bigger than me, so you guys need to really pay attention. So she has about 20,000 followers on LinkedIn, and she's a social media marketer. She has been showing up on LinkedIn for I think about 3 to 4 years now, and she has gotten really amazing results from LinkedIn. She has worked with several clients. I mean, I don't want to go over our bio again because they are on all of our social media platforms, and we share them again today. So, but I just wanted to like just brief you about her so that you would be expectant, and also you need to get your notes ready, get your pen, right? She's going to be speaking on how to maximize the digital economy, right? I've shared a lot over the past 5 days, right? Over the past 4 days, then Blossom came yesterday, and Chiwendi is going to come and share from my own perspective. She's a student, like almost all of us in this session. Most of us in this session we are students, so she's a student, and while still being a student, over the past 3 years, she has been able to build one of the strongest brand, very visible on LinkedIn as a social media marketer. And if you whether you're interested in social media marketing or not, which you should be interested in because you are building on social media, I'm going to bring her up right now. So thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Hi, Amy.
Stage, yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
it's really to be here.
Thank you so much for coming. We are looking forward to an amazing session with you. I'm going to remove myself from the stage now so that I can just have the floor.
Okay, thank you so much, Ini, and thank you so much, everyone in the comments telling me a welcome, like sending me a welcome message. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone. Special thanks to Ini for having me on here because I'm a very huge fan when it comes to things like this impacting other students. Like Ini said, I am a student, so I understand what it's like being a student that is trying to do something that brings you money. I understand how important that is. So I'm always very open to doing that. So thank you so much, Ini, for having me. And thank you so much, everyone, for welcoming me in the comments. So now, before we are going to be starting this session, I have one huge question for everyone. And this question is, do you have, I know it's a ridiculous question, but I have to ask it. So I know that everyone on this call does not have an excuse. So which one of you has a smartphone? Like if you have a smartphone, just type a yes in the comment section. if you have a smartphone that works, you can just type a yes in the comments. I'm looking at the comments. Okay, I've gotten a yes. I've gotten another yes. Oh, I've gotten a couple of yeses. Oh my god, you all have phones, smartphones. Oh wow. Yeah, that's really, really great. So now we know and we've established at this beginning of the session that hey, there's no one here that has an excuse. And I'm going to tell you why no one else has an excuse. Now in 2022, when I started my journey, um it was quite difficult for me because all I had was a phone, and I didn't have one of the best phones. I didn't have one of the reigning phones. I was using like a techno Spark then, and it wasn't even in the best condition. So that's why I tell people that even if you have a smartphone, even if you say, "Oh, the smartphone is the only thing I have," then it is not an excuse. Today we're going to be talking about the digital economy, how to maximize it, and we are going to be dwelling on things like consistency, discipline, and vigor. So now let's talk about it. So when I started my journey online, when I started like even showing up, I all I knew was that oh, I needed money for myself. I wanted to make some money. I wanted to do some things for myself. I understood what it was like being a student because I had like my A levels. And during my A levels, it was a very chaotic time for me because I was a very, very broke girl. Trust me, when I say broke, I don't think any one of you is like as broke as I am. So as I was, sorry, not I am, because I'm not broke anyways. But yeah, basically, I was going through a lot. So when I was done with my JPEB, I told myself, I said, Chinwendu, there is no way that I'm going to go back to this life. I told myself point blank that there's no way I'm going to go back to this life. And trust me, it wasn't easy. It was not easy. So that's the thing. Like it was not easy for me starting out because all I had was a laptop or was a phone. I didn't have a laptop. I didn't have any supporting devices. I didn't have anybody to support me. Like the people that were literally around me were people that were not interested in whatever I was doing. They felt like no, this was like a waste of time. So there was nobody that was supporting me. I was doing it all by myself. I started researching. I'm like, oh my god. In this time, I ventured into a lot of stuff just to try to make money for myself. I started a clothing business, it failed. I did a lot of stuff, they failed. And one thing that I noticed, one reason why I noticed that every single thing that I did, every single one of them, why they failed was the one thing I noticed was that these things were things that I decided to be inconsistent with. These things were things that I decided to be indisciplined with. These things were things that I decided to be, oh, I don't really care. This thing is just is taking so much time. I'm done with it and I'm leaving and I'm done. So that's why consistency is very, very important. It is very, very important that you are disciplined. This is how you're going to maximize the digital economy. So now there are people now that will say, "Oh, I've learned all these things that Ini has said. I've participated in FSVE," and you'll be like, "But my life, nothing happened. I beg." Or maybe some people even failed to sign up for this event because they felt like nothing really happens when you sign up for events. Trust me, if you don't apply the things and if you are not consistent enough with them, if you don't have rigor, if you are not strong enough with them, like if you don't decide to be stubborn, if you don't decide that even if this thing does not work, I will go again. Even if it doesn't work, I will go again. Even if today doesn't seem like it, I'm going to keep going. Trust me, you are not going to get anything out of that thing. Like it's things don't work immediately. You learn a skill, you don't make a lot of money today. You start a business, you don't make a lot of money today, but you keep going. In 2023, in 2022 when I even started, I didn't have a course. Like I started on my own. I started learning. I started surfing YouTube. I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? All of these things, and just trying to make something make sense for myself. Then I looked around. I'm like, okay, Chinwendu, basically, we're just going to stick with this one thing, and we're going to learn YouTube. So I started with learning YouTube, learning on YouTube, and I took some time. I learned things started moving, things started going, but it was hard for me. Trust me, for one whole year after I decided to be a social media manager, I did not get a job. One single job I didn't get. Like for one entire year. So it means that for that one year, I kept showing up on LinkedIn. For that one year, I kept like applying for jobs. For that one year, I kept showing up. And at the end of the day, it's paying off because, like, right now, I have worked with multiple companies in Nigeria, in the US, in the UK, in Germany. I can count like up to 10 different countries that I've worked with, like a couple of individuals from and a couple of businesses from. What caused that? I decided to be consistent. Imagine if I said, oh, this thing is not going well. I just think I need to give up. Like, this thing is not going well. It's not making sense. So I'm just going to drop off here. Please, today, none of these things would have ever even happened well. I remember when I learned, I was trying to like learn a course, and I was trying to take my course. I didn't have access to, I didn't have a laptop. So at some point I had a project that I needed a laptop for. And I was like, Chinwendu, how are you going to do this thing now? I was worried. I spoke to my dad. I'm like, Dad, can I get a laptop? My dad was like, no, he's not going to give me a laptop because he wanted to get my sister a laptop. So I was on my own. I was trying to figure things out. And I told myself, I said, I'm going to repair my brother's sport laptop. I made sure I finished that thing. Like, I traveled all the way to Ilorin, fixed my brother's laptop, and I did that project and I completed it. Today, there's a lot of, from that course that I completed, that course like gave me my first international sponsor trip. Like, it was fully sponsored. It was like the organization that offered, gave me that offer, because I learned a course with them. Because I decided to, imagine if I told myself that, I'm just going to stop. This thing is not making sense. This thing is not working. I would have stopped. I would have given up, and nothing would have happened. So trust me when I say consistency, discipline. These are things that are very important. So now let's dive into like the whole matter of today. The one thing I tell people is that there are opportunities online. I think the speakers must have told you yesterday. The speakers must have told you, like, I think it's something that some people don't believe it. You might say, but Chimendu, you learned your skill in 2022. This is 2020. You started learning your skill in 2022 and 2023. This is 2026. Then trust me, there are opportunities. Don't let anybody lie to you. I work in companies that constantly hire individuals. Like, they constantly hire individuals. They pay individuals good money. I'm not talking maybe you should volunteer with us. I see opportunities where there are money. So even in this age and time, because it is the digital time, like, this is when people are opening a lot of digital businesses. This is when AI is coming up. This is when a lot of things are happening. So know that this is the time when you can even maximize it more. Chimindu, the market is already crowded. The market is not too crowded for you. People are starting today. People are being disciplined enough. People are being consistent enough until they get their first job. The market is not what? Too crowded. Don't tell yourself the market is too crowded. If you are with me, just type in the comments and say the market is not too crowded. Say it. The market is not too crowded. If you are following me, just type it in the comments and say the market is not too crowded. I'm waiting for that, and then we can continue. If I can get like 5 people to type that the market is not too crowded, then we're going to continue. So yeah, like I said, the market is not too crowded. Oh, that's lovely. I think I already have my 5 people. Thank you so much. So the one thing is, when I tell people, I'm going to like reduce my pace because I'm a very fast talker. But when I tell people that the market is not too crowded, they try to be like, oh my God, the market is too crowded. There are jobs. When I started, I thought the market was too crowded. That was in 2022. If I could believe the market was too crowded, and I've been able to work with a couple of clients that I can't even remember the number of clients I've worked with by now, then I really do not see why I thought the market was too crowded. If you are in the right environment, number one, the market is not going to be too crowded for you because you're going to have opportunities. Like I said, there are opportunities. The way you need a job is the same way someone's company needs your services. The way you want to learn a skill that, okay, let me offer social media marketing, somebody needs a social media marketer and somebody is meant to hire you. But then if you say that, I've tried, I just sent out like 2 applications and I'm not trying anymore, the market is too crowded, then they are never going to find you. That's just the thing. You're never going to give them the chance to find you. That's just the thing. So the first thing that you need to know is that the market is never too crowded. There are opportunities. Now, the opportunities that you get then depend on the people that you hang around. Trust me. I'm so sorry to break it to you, but if the people in your cycle are not people that are going to uplift you, they're going to show you these opportunities. If when they say, I saw a tweet this one time, a post, I can't remember where I saw it on, but it was one of these social media platforms. The person was like, if your friends can't raise like 10 million naira for you in a month, like in we just a call, like if all your friends can't put that together, then you don't have a friend group or something like that. I don't believe that. But if your friends are people that are not ambitious, that are not aspiring individuals, that are not people that are going to put you on, then I'm sorry, but you don't have a friend group. There's a quote that says that the people you make your friends today are the connections that your friends are going to have that your children are going to have tomorrow. Do with that information whatever you like to do with it. So one thing is there are opportunities, but then you might just be in the place where there are no opportunities because the people around you do not have opportunities. When I started my journey, trust me, I was posting on LinkedIn, and I was posting on LinkedIn like a crazy person, because like nobody was liking my content. Everybody was like, I was new, like nobody knew me. My first post did like 12 likes. I was like, oh my god, my second post should do like 20, then the third one would do like 30, and then 40. Trust me, my second post did like 4 likes, I think, at that time. After my first post did like 12 likes. So I'm sure some people will be like, oh no, I beg, this LinkedIn stuff. I had a couple of friends that this like they were no longer close to me because they were not supporting my journey. I saw that these people were not supporting my journey. These people were not adding to whatever I was doing. So the first thing I did was I dropped them and I put aside the idea that these people are going to be watching me or something like that. That was the first thing that I decided to do when I started to try to make money online. The funny thing is that some of these people are texting me now, actually, where can I learn a skill? And I'm very, very open to showing them because I don't feel it's a problem that you don't support me. I am the one that is supposed to take the decision. Like nobody owes me support. I only owe myself support. So that's the thing. So like opportunities are out there, but then you just can't find them because of the people you're around. Some people, they don't even believe in your journeys. For someone that doesn't believe in your journey enough, do you think that they are even going to have opportunities in that field to give you? No. So when you are in the right environment, then you're going to have the right opportunities. So when I at some point in my journey, I met a lady. Her name is Favor. She was the one that that encouraged me. She was like, just keep going. She told me, she was like, go, just keep going. She even created an accountability group for us. I never knew her. Like, it's not like we attended the same school. It's not like we did anything important. She just, I even forgot how I met her. Okay, I met her from someone that used to come around my hostel at the time I was having JUPEB. I met her, and then she created an accountability group for us where we used to like keep ourselves accountable. That was at the beginning of my journey in 2022. She was very, very helpful. She was very, very, very instrumental at that point, and she helped me so much. And then I decided that, oh, it actually depends on the people that you are around, that allows you to see that there are opportunities in these places, there are no opportunities in these places. There are a lot of things that you can do, from digital marketing, software development, there's virtual assistants, graphics design. There are so many things to do. So now that we have established that yes, there are opportunities online, what is the next thing? There are three key steps, three key things to success, basically. Like there are just three very important things that you need for success. Like there are a couple of them, but then there are three very, very important things, like I said. Now, the first one is discipline. Now, what is discipline? Before you think that maybe discipline is, I'm talking of the discipline about what you're studying in school, which is not what I think. Discipline is like keeping yourself, like, discipline is basically like being able to force yourself to do things that you don't feel like doing. If like just being able to force yourself, like being able to keep at it. That's what discipline is. To even at the point where your mind is drifting off, you are able to bring yourself back. Discipline is that idea. Okay, so discipline is like when you are like, oh, I'm taking this course, and you're like, no, I can't, I'm not free to take this. But then you discipline yourself and you say, oh no, today I don't have the motivation to take this course, so because I don't have money, but I am going to take this course. Trust me, discipline is very important at the beginning of your journey because it starts from the point where you learn your skill. At the point where you learn your skill, you need a lot of discipline. Trust me, discipline is very, very important because you will first be learning your skill. You say, I'm excited. Ini is offering like a couple of scholarships after this event. So you're going to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited to take these courses. Thank you so much. Like, he has basically changed your life with that opportunity. Like, but it then depends what you decide to use to do with it. Some people will be like, oh my God, thank you so much for this, I appreciate it. Like, there are some opportunities that are around, like some, maybe let's learn a skill, let's do this, let's do that. And then some people would be like, okay, I register for it. Then you take a 1 day of the course, you are very hyped, you're excited, you are willing to change the world. You take day two, you're still feeling the energy. Day three, you see that no money is coming. This 30 minutes I'm taking on this skill like this, can I not just use it to? Day four, you are using the time to watch movie. Day five, you are there's no schedule again, like you're not even taking the courses again, or you're not doing this particular thing again. But that is not what is going to be like, because you're like, oh, maybe I'm not making money from this thing. Trust me, you do not need to make money out of something. That's why you don't depend on just motivation. You need to have that discipline that keeps you going. Like, you don't need to wait for that motivation. You don't need to wait for, okay, I can see 1 million naira in my account. That means if I learn this, if I take this second after this first one, if I take the second chapter of this course, or like this second module of this course, then that means they will send me another 1 million. That's very nice. Or this client will reach out. No, at the first point, it is going to be hard. That's one thing I tell people. There's nothing like, oh, there are opportunities online, no, but there's nothing like, oh my God, I woke up and I just saw this opportunity. No, there is nothing like that. It does not exist. Like, there are some people that are lucky enough, but even the people that are lucky enough, it doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. You are supposed to be able to force yourself to do the things that, even when you don't feel like, even when you don't have any motivation, even when you wake up and you're like, I've not gotten any money, I've not made any money from this skill, I've not done anything. You are supposed to be able to force yourself. You're supposed to be able to avoid distractions. There are people that will come and say, there's this thing you should do, oh, kiniko, let's go and do this other thing. Tell them, you say no, this is what you're focusing on. Anything that is going to drag your focus away from it, tell them, no, I'm focusing on this particular thing. Let your focus be on one thing at a time until you've established your feet in that thing. Then you can decide to take something else, to do something else. But focus on one thing. Force yourself to do it when you don't feel like it. Force yourself to do it when it doesn't seem like it is getting you result. Force yourself. Once you believe it, once you okay, every session of this event has spoken to you about how much can change in your life when you decide to learn, take a digital skill, work online, and all of those things. So why then can you not just be patient and then go through the phase? Why do you have to be like, oh, I beg, I'm giving up? You are not seeing it now, but you believe that in the future there is definitely going to be like something that is going to happen. So this is why you need to ensure that you are at it, you keep going, you don't stop, you keep going, even when it doesn't seem like it, even when you don't have the energy for it, even when you're not motivated, even when your bank account is saying zero naira, zero kobo, you are still going at it. Now, the second very important key to success is consistency. Now, you be disciplined and say, I'm disciplined, though. That's only one part of it. You have to be consistent. Like, when you if I say, okay, I'm going to take this course, and I'm going to just take this course, I'm going to force myself to take this course, and then I say I take it today. I wait next month, I force myself. I'm still not interested, but I force myself. I'm disciplined though. Next 2 months, I force myself. Like, people are going to be way ahead of you. Like, there are a lot of people that you guys probably started the course together. They would have even finished learning. You'll be there. You need to be consistent. Like, tell yourself that this thing that we're doing, if we're doing it today, if I'm taking this course, I'm taking it today, I'm taking it tomorrow, I'm taking it next tomorrow, and be consistent. See, there are people that start things, they don't finish it because they're not consistent. They start things, they don't finish it. They feel like, oh, I don't have the energy for it again. Consistency is very important. If you're not consistent when you're learning your course, you're not going to finish it. If you're not, or you're going to even spend, or you're going to spend more time. If you're not consistent when you're doing something like showing up on LinkedIn, trust me, LinkedIn is not even going to favor you. LinkedIn is not for you. If you feel like you're not going to be consistent, please give up, my love. Don't give up, but you get the point. Consistency is very, very, very important when it comes to showing up online. Consistency. When you are applying for jobs, when you've already like gotten your skill, you've gotten some level of, you've gotten a couple of things, consistency is important. Keep applying, keep applying, keep applying. You see that, okay, this style is not working. What am I going to do? Which other style can I try? You learn from new people, you keep trying, you keep going, you just keep at it. Like, it's just all about keeping at it. When you knock a door long enough, trust me, that door is going to open. Like I said, I took 1 whole year of applying. Imagine if I had said that, well, I've applied for 1 month. Why do I have to send out another application again? What is it going to do? I wouldn't have. I remember when I used to apply for jobs on LinkedIn. I was like applying for jobs, applying. Nobody was responding to me. I was applying for jobs. Nobody was responding to me. I was like, why are these people not responding to me now? Can I not get a job on this LinkedIn? Like, I was using the job board, not just posting. Like, I started applying for jobs because like LinkedIn has a job board. So I'm like, I was applying for jobs. And then at some point, I think someone, okay, I want a CV optimization. Like, they were supposed to optimize my CV for me. So I won one, and they helped me optimize my CV and all those sort of things. And my mind was just like, well, Chinwendu, you have this optimized CV, just keep it. And then I was like, no, I'm still going to do something. And then I applied to a job in the US. I think it was in the US then. I think hustlers marketing or something like that. I've forgotten the name of the job, but of the company. But I got a response. That was the very first time that I got a response from the LinkedIn job boards. Like, that was the first time, and I was shocked. Like, but I've been applying since. Imagine if I had said that, no, it's already, no. You keep at it, you keep going, you keep being consistent, you keep doing the things, and then you keep improving. Consistency is not just about showing up the same way. If you show up, if you, how do I put this? Okay, so for example, let's use, I want to use like a classic example. If you show up, if you show up exactly, if you show up dressed improperly with bedroom slippers, with just an inappropriate dress, bedroom slippers, rugged, maybe rugged jeans and all of those things, and you're about to enter a class, a lecturer is like, don't enter my class. What are you going to feel like? You're going to feel like, oh, I'm not supposed to enter my class. You're going to feel like, oh, I'm not. How do I enter this class back? And maybe you are someone that wants to be there. You're going to be like, oh my god, okay. Then you go back. Then you say, lecturer, can I enter with that stuff? You go again the next day. You are trying to enter the class. You wear the same thing. You're saying, I'm consistently going to that man's class, trying to enter. It's just not letting me in. It's simple. Just change your dress, and it's going to let you in. So you can also try to change your approach, like keep improving, keep checking what is wrong, what is right, what works, what does not work, and all those sort of things. These are the things that are also going to help you, because if you keep applying in one way, or if you keep doing one particular thing in one way, it is definitely not going to be something that is going to work for you. So consistency is very, very important. And for me as a student, for you as a student, consistency is also going to be very, very important, trust me, because you most likely cannot do a lot of things at once. For example, you cannot maybe when you start working, when you start doing like a lot of, you have a lot of project at hand, you can't do everything at once. You say, "Ah, I want to do one night of doing my work, or I want to wait till this time." That's when exams or tests to come and you cannot do anything. You decide that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to shake, like, split this equally across these days, and I'm going to do it. And that's how you see that one huge task has turned into something small. Like, when you are consistent, your efforts, your effort can be one at a time. But like, maybe you are putting someone that's, let's take for example, someone that keeps doing, like, keeps saving 10 naira every day, and someone that decides to save 100 naira every month, who is going to have the most? It is definitely going to be the person that decides to save 10 naira every, like, every, that decides to save 10 naira every day. Because what, they are just consistent, like, they are doing it consistently. Like, maybe you just show up, maybe you're just deciding that, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to stop, you're going to gather more momentum than the person that is just deciding to stop. So this is why consistency is also very, very important. So like I said, it is one of the important keys to success. Now, consistency is very, very important, like I said. And then the discipline is also very, very important. Then, like I said, the last key to success is going to be your environment. I've talked about this a little, but I like to talk about it more, because your environment is very, very important when you want to access global opportunities, when you want to thrive. Like, apart from even the fact that I said that opportunities are existing, opportunities are important, your environment is very important. You cannot have discipline, you cannot be consistent in the wrong environment. You cannot have discipline, you cannot be consistent in the wrong environment. You cannot have discipline, you cannot be consistent in the wrong environment. If you keep keeping the friends that are not consistent, if you keep keeping the friends that are indisciplined, you are not going to be disciplined. So this is why it is also very important that your environment becomes a part of something that, like, your environment is something that is very great. I don't mean you have to go and meet all your friends and say, I'm never friends with you, I hate our friendship. No, that's not the point. The point is that you are going to know what to shut out. You are going to know the people to spend your time with. You're not going to know the people to network with. You're going to know what you should be spending your time doing, not just with your friend that does not care about that, that is like, you started with this your digital thing again, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. No, instead you are trying to focus on how to network with people of value. You are trying to focus on how to network with people that are growing like you. You are trying to focus on people that are trying to like that are trying to like that just going. Like for example, if you're on LinkedIn, even like you really can't do LinkedIn alone. That you have to connect with a lot of people, you have to network with a lot of people, and that's how a lot of opportunities can come. But even beyond opportunities, when you see people that are doing as well as you are, when you see people that have the same goals as you have, when you see people that are interested in what you do, then you are definitely going to be like, you are going to have more energy, you're going to have more, you are going to be able to keep up with the things because these people are going to inspire you. Like you might be like, "Ah, I want to sleep today, or I'm not even interested." When you see everybody around you, they're doing something very useful, you will even be like, ah, let me stand up and let me do something. But when you see everybody, they're lazy, they're relaxing, they're not, they don't care. They feel like, oh, life is like, they are, that is going to be an issue. Why? Because you too, you are going to be struggling to even keep up. You're going to be struggling with being consistent. You're going to be struggling with showing up. You're going to even start being scared that, "Ah, if I show up now, if I show up on LinkedIn now, if I make this post now, what are these people going to say about me?" When you could have easily just focus on the people that are actually going to add value to your life. They're going to tell you that, wow, keep going. They're going to applaud your post. They're going to like your post. They're going to tell you that, what do you need? How can we assist you? You'll be focusing on those your friends that used to play game with, that maybe they're like, oh my God, why are you posting? Ah, this is cringe, oh. They'll see your post, they'll scroll past it ASAP. They will see you post on your WhatsApp status. When I started my journey, I used to post my links a lot on my WhatsApp status. Hmm. Trust me, I never got a single like from my WhatsApp. I never ever got a single like from my WhatsApp. When I started my journey of like trying to look for jobs and everything, no single person recommended, single person said that, Chinwendu, are you going to? No single person even took me, they never even took me seriously. Everyone is just like scrolling through what I'm doing, swiping through what I'm doing. But right now, just today, I had someone on my WhatsApp. The person was like, person just said, hi Chinwendu, can I speak to you? The person's a CEO. And then he was like, can I speak to you? And I'm like, okay. Like he has been trying to speak to me for a while, but he's been very busy. When he finally spoke to me, it was a partnership. And I'm like, oh wow. So this is how like, but well, the people that I used to have on my WhatsApp are the people that used to even doubt my journey. They're the people that used to scroll past whatever I'm doing. So this is why your environment is very, very important. Your environment is going to determine a lot when it comes to discipline, when it comes to the your consistency, when it comes to the things that you are going to do very well. It is very, very important. Now, here are some common mistakes that people make when it comes to the digital economy. So, like I said, we've talked about what? Discipline, we've talked about consistency, and we've talked about your environment. These are the things that can affect your ability to harness the things that the digital economy brings to you. Now, here are some of the things that can affect you. One, looking for quick money. Like there's like these mistakes are just things that like sometimes you're the one that sabotages yourself. You don't even need your environment to sabotage you. You're like, ah, man, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. You feel like you're not the enemy, but you're the enemy. Why? Because you're looking for quick money, number one. Like looking for quick money does not happen. Nobody wakes up and says, I want to just give this person my money for nothing. Nah, well, except maybe your boyfriend, yeah, if you are in a relationship. But well, nobody wakes up and then says that, hey, I want to give this person some money. Like the person would want you to trade money for value. And like I think Ini already mentioned it. There is no people only give money where there's value. And then before they even discover that you're a person of value, you must have proven yourself for people to discover. So just know that it is not an overnight stuff. Some people sabotage themselves. Like you want to be consistent, but you be like, "Ah, I beg, this is not yielding money. Ah, why am I wasting my time? Sef? Why am I taking this course? Why am I doing this thing? Why am I stressing myself?" And then you are already like already giving up. Like you are already giving up because you're already tired. You're already saying, "Oh no, I'm not interested. I don't want to do this anymore," or something like that because you are looking for quick money. That is not what you need. You don't need quick money. If you need quick money, please try something else. The online space, like making money online, is not for you. I promise you. Please try something else. Maybe you can try something else. But if you want to make money online, like you definitely need to stop looking for fast money. Stop looking for fast money. Stop looking for fast money. Stop looking for fast money, please. I need to say it like as many times as I can, because for some people it's not going to be as fast. For some people it can be fast, but not overnight fast. It is never overnight fast. So don't sabotage yourself by saying that 2 days I've tried, it doesn't work, and I'm going to leave. Now, the second mistake is that people quit too early. This can be due to maybe I don't have enough money, or maybe or I don't feel like it. This thing doesn't look like it is going to make sense. Trust me, one thing that you should tell yourself when you start doing anything, like taking skills online or doing something, or just trying to like learn, trying to be like become, just trying to build your skills, trying to make money online, trying to do anything new, is that you should tell yourself that you believe in the outcome. That's the number one thing. Believe in the outcome. Believe in the outcome. Like, believe in the outcome. Let me tell you something. Someone said I should try acting, and I was just distracted by that. But yeah, believe in the outcome. It is very, very important that you believe in the outcome. There's nothing like there's nothing like doing something if you don't believe it. You are just going to keep showing up. Believe in the outcome. If you don't believe in the outcome, trust me, you're just going to keep showing up. You're just going to keep saying, I'm tired. And you're going to quit. You're going to be like, I don't think I can do this anymore. And you're going to just quit. And your friends are going to tell you that, I told you that online something cannot give you money. Please believe in the outcome. You are going to do it. You are going to make sure that you do it. So don't quit early. When you want to quit, you tell yourself that, but I said I'm going to make this particular amount of money by next year, and I believe that this thing is going to give me that particular amount of money. Then you are definitely going to keep at it. You are definitely going to keep at it. Like, if they told me when I started learning online skills that I'm going to make the amount of money that I've made now, trust me, I would not believe it. Like, I would not believe it. Like, because I was a very broke girl. When I say I was very broke, I was very broke. Like, I was literally working a job at a time that was paying me like 20K per month. That was what the job was paying me. And it was like not an online job, it was like a live job, like on site. So the job was paying me like 20K per month. And I was like, I before I got that job, I was working a job that was paying me 12K per month. So let's just do the math. So, but then when the money I made online, I can't even, I don't even want to talk about it. But the money I've made online and I'm consistently making online is a lot. It is a lot. So take it from me when I say that, believe in this. If you say I want to learn and make money online, I want to have digital skill, just believe in it. Believe in it. Anytime you want to quit, tell yourself that this is the goal, this is where we are getting at. It is definitely going to make sense one day. So quitting early is something that you should completely avoid if you don't want to sabotage your journey. Number three, learning too many skills at once. These people are like the see, let me tell you something. When I was learning how to when I was learning how, like, my skill in 2022, that I mentioned this favor lady that was very instrumental to my journey. I told her that, I said, I found this thing online, I want to do it. So they said I should bring, was it 10K? Yes, they said I should bring 10K. 10K was a huge deal for me then, oh, to be honest. So they were like, they said I should bring 10K and I'm going to learn it and I'm going to clinical. I was learning one skill already, but I was like, I want to learn it and I want to start doing this. I just don't want to mention what I was doing. It wasn't something illegal. I just don't want to mention it. So it will not be as if I'm trying to ruin this skill or make you not interested in it. But that's not even the point. So the point is, when I was trying to do it, then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this thing. Then I consulted her and she told me, she said, Chinwendu, don't bother yourself. Like, don't do it. I texted that. She was like, don't do it. Like, don't do it. And I said, okay. I remember very well how it played out. The funny thing was, I already paid to learn his skill, the new skill, before I texted her. That was my huge mistake. She told me, she said, just stay with one thing. But I didn't listen. I decided to use my own hands to spoil things for myself. What did I do? I first started taking that course. I said, okay, I've already paid. My money should not waste. It was a big deal for me. It was like way like 10 million for me then. So I'm like, no, this my 10,000 that seems like 10 million cannot waste. So I was like, I'm going to make sure that I study this thing. I could not ask for a refund though. I really wish I could ask for a refund. But anyways, I couldn't ask for a refund. So what I did was that I started learning, and I learned it. Like, I literally learned it. I learned it. But then at some point, it wasn't making me money. And then I left it again. Then I came back to my first love, which is social media marketing that I was learning. See, I came back. Imagine if I had said that, let me just focus on this thing. I keep like if you just keep focusing on two things, trust me, nothing is going to work. That skill is not like it does not work. Oh, a lot of people made money from it. The problem was my attention was just divided. If you are learning too many things at once, if you are trying to make too many, I want to make as much money as possible. This one is not working. Let me try this one. So it's just like eating. You have like 10 apples. You eat one, you drop. You eat one. No, it doesn't work that way. The way it works is that you decide to stay with one thing. Stay with one thing. Trying too many skills at once. Trying to when you found your feet in one thing, you can decide to learn another thing. But not when you are trying to learn one thing, you're trying to learn another thing. That is definitely going to sabotage you. And where's the time? You're most likely a student. You're going to even be sabotaging your school journey because you're trying to focus on too many things at once. So that is another mistake that people make. Now, the fourth mistake is the one that I know that a lot of people make a lot. I know a lot of people make all of the mistakes, but this one is like very, very big. One is waiting for the perfect time. Waiting for the perfect time. That is another mistake. Trust me, if you are waiting for the perfect time, there is no perfect time. I'm not even going to tell you there's no perfect time. Shey when Sapa has hit you a lot, you will know that there's no perfect time to start this thing. There's no perfect time to start learning this skill. There's no perfect time to start putting yourself out on LinkedIn. There's no perfect time to start working with clients. There's no perfect time to start sending emails. There's no perfect time to start hitting it. There's no perfect time to start saying, I'm tired of this life. I'm going to do something about it. I'm going to change this life that I'm living. So there is no perfect time. Trust me. If you wait, you are definitely not going to find any perfect time. So the one thing that you are going to do for yourself is do not even wait for any perfect time. Do not wait for perfect time. And don't come and tell me that the perfect time for me is when I have money to take a course. I don't have money. Please, there's YouTube. I beg you. There's YouTube now. Like, should I kneel down? There's Allison. Allison has free courses. Should I kneel down? There are a lot of platforms, too many platforms that offer free resources, that offer free things. Please do yourself a favor and don't wait for the perfect time. There's no perfect time. People will, people will have past you. You'll be there doing, I'm waiting for the, when my money is complete, when my kiniko is this one, when my that one is that one. Don't wait for the perfect time. There is no perfect time. Even if it's a business you want to start, there is no perfect time, my love. I want to wait until I have 50K to start doing it. Do drop shipping. Start somewhere. Start from something. Start it and it just starts. I want to wait until I have a start. You don't need that laptop. Start. See, when I got myself a laptop in when I got myself a laptop, then I realized that I really don't need the laptop. When I repaired my brother's laptop, then I realized that apart from the course, I really it's not like my life ended without a laptop. I have a brother that codes on a phone. His phone. That's what he codes on. Code. I'm not talking of social media management though. He codes on his phone. I know it can be difficult, especially for people that want to do coding and all of those things. But there are skills that you can learn with your phone and you can do very well. If you tell me social media marketing, if you tell me you can't do it on your phone, me and you I'll first remove my shirt, then we'll fight. There are skills that you can do on your phone. So many skills that you can do on your phone. Don't wait for the perfect time. I don't have a laptop is not an excuse. I don't have this is not an excuse. There is no perfect time. Please don't sabotage yourself. This is the digital economy. Maximize it. Use it now. The people that have used it, maybe things will change in the future. Maybe there will be no online jobs again. I don't know. I don't think so. I think that's even not possible. But make sure that you maximize it now because there are opportunities. They're just waiting for you to grab them. Now, the last mistake that people make is ignoring networking. And I'm sure that Blossom has talked about this a lot yesterday. If you ignore networking, if you feel like, oh, I can't network with a lot of people, I'm a shy person. I'm so shy. Please, please, like come out of your shell. Don't give yourself an excuse. Don't give yourself an excuse. Don't give yourself an excuse. There is nothing like you need the right people in your network. You need to leave focusing on people that are just not doing the things that you need to do, and you need to start focusing on the people that are going to be very, very useful to you. So now let me just give you a summary of what we talked about today. Now, the first thing is discipline. Discipline is very important, like I said. The second thing is that you need to be consistent, because, like, you need to show up. If you don't show up enough, nobody, they say, show up until your name rings in their ears. Show up until that recruiter can no longer ignore your message. Show up until that person cannot scroll past your LinkedIn post. Show up until somebody takes note of you. And this girl's story is very, very, just show up. Just be consistent, be disciplined. Like, be disciplined. I don't feel like it, do it. I don't feel like, do it. I don't have the strength for it, do it. I don't have. And please, lastly, change your environment. If the environment that you are in does not serve you, if the people, I not say you should move out of your house, please. Oh, that's not what I mean. Because, like, I think everybody gets that we're not talking about the physical environment. But then, just to be clear, you need to change your environment, change the people that you hang out with, change the people that you focus on, change the people whose opinion are, you are looking for money, you are letting people that cannot pay your bills, you're letting their thoughts matter. Man, that's crazy to do. Please focus only on the right things, focus only, change your environment, be with the people that are, like, are going to push you, that are going to motivate you, that you're going to see their journey and you're going to be inspired, that they're going to share your opportunity, people that will be sharing you link up and now, not the people that will be saying that, so you should have, I saw your LinkedIn post though. Now wow. And you should have those LinkedIn people this, please, I beg you. So thank you so much for listening to my pep talk. And I really hope that at least one person can go home with something to say that this was something that I learned. This is something that is going to change my life. This is how I'm going to apply it. And my greatest joy will be knowing that at least one person was able to make something out of this session. So please, no giving up, no inconsistency moving forward. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, Ini, for having me for this session. Hi, Ini, you're on mute.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Uh, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that amazing session. It was thought provoking, and I just feel like that's like the best way. That's like the best day six that we can have, even as FSV is already wrapping up. You guys have heard so much, you've learned so much, you've been taught so much. Different, really amazing guests with amazing results have come and share with you things that are very personal and have really helped them on their journey. And for many of you, if not all of you, you already have the information that you need, right? Starting from working on who you are, from being, remember, to doing, to having, and now even the things you need to learn on your way as you are trying to journey from working on yourself to actually building the skill, from building the skill to actually making money from it. These are like, what's the word? These are like things you need to learn that will help you continue on that journey, right? These are things that you need to have. These are like vehicles, right? These are like vehicles that will take you from this particular part of your journey to another part of your journey until you get to that destination, which is being financially empowered. And even many of the things she has said, consistency, discipline, the right environment, everything she has said, I think that would even help the sustainability of your financial empowerment. Remember that we already shared from day two that financial empowerment is not just the ability to make money. People that are not financially empowered make money. I told you guys that many of you made money from, or I know many persons, many young persons that made money from Notcoin. And 6 months after, this was in 2024, 6 months after they were posting and broke on their status, they made money, right? I've told you from my own journey how that I was making money. But when it comes to financial empowerment, the difference is that you would be making this money consistently, predictably, and sustainably. That sustainability is very important. That consistency in making money is very important. That predictability is very important. And everything she has shared are things that would help that sustainability. They are things that would help you keep making money. There are things that would help you keep getting clients. Because again, the money you are looking for is with people already. You just need something to collect the money from them. Thank you so much once again for this amazing session. We are going to take a few questions and then we'll wrap it up from there. So let me see. Are there questions or do you have questions for our amazing speaker? Maybe from what she has shared or from her story. Do you have like any question? We'll take like few. So let's just have it's going to be like on a first come, first serve basis. So let's just have it quickly. Do we have any question? Any question? Any question? Any question? Please ask. Please ask. If you have question, just type it in the comments. We are going to select just few and then I'll read it out. Or I would highlight the comments and she would. Is it really bad to learn two skills at once? I think she answered this already if you were following the session. But I don't know. Chi, would you like to talk on this?
I think I answered it like you said, but if you have not like you've not placed your foot still on one skill, please, you have no business with another skill. Just wait for your time. Learn one thing, pick it, and be consistent with it. Because it's very, very important to be consistent and be focused on one thing at a time. So yeah, that's my response.
Sorry, my mic was muted. So thank you so much. We have another question here that you might want to touch on a bit, which is this. Can you see the highlighted comment? Sorry, I can no longer hear her. Am I the only one that can't hear her anymore? Or is the issue from my end? Okay, I think our network is bad. All right, I think our okay. I think our network is bad. She's going to join us soon. Hopefully, I think our network is bad. So, but then let me say this. Let me help with this. What happens if you cannot change your current environment due to circumstances? How can you thrive with that kind of environment? I'm assuming that the kind of environment you're talking about or you're making reference to is your physical environment. And what I would just tell you is that you should, even in that environment, that's taking, I'm taking physical environment as the environment you're making reference to. Even in that physical environment, you need to create another environment for yourself. See, no matter how limiting your physical environment can be, there is another kind of environment. We call that social environment. So your social environment can overpower your. There's what I'm looking for. It can hmm, maybe displace. Let me use the word displace. Well, let me just use overpower. Right? It can overpower the limitations around your physical environment. I told you guys my story already. I don't want to go over that again, but I started asking myself, how can I make money legally when I was 15? And even though I was still in that environment at 16, I was able to like dream big. And why was I able to like dream big? It's because of the best friend I had. The best friend I had was the one that he has always been thinking big, right? There was a time I was even the one trying to antagonize him. I was the one trying to discourage him, but he was so convinced. He was so convinced in what he was doing. He was trying to pay for courses, and it did not make any sense to me why you would pay your money to people so that you could learn from them. It didn't make sense to me. Why will I spend 5,000 naira? And then he didn't even have the money. So sometimes he would beg his mom, literally beg his mom that I could remember a scenario where I was in their house and he was begging his parents for 5,000 naira to register for a course. It was a copywriting course, and the price of that course was 5,000 naira. He was begging them. I didn't understand why he wanted to just waste that money. It didn't make sense to me. There was another time where this guy converted 1,500 naira, right? It was a recharge card. He begged he begged he begged someone that was selling a course that can he pay with recharge card, because he had 1,500 naira recharge card that I think he had mistakenly loaded when he was trying to send money to someone, I think, at the time. And it was like I did not understand, and so I was against him. I was trying to discourage him because he now seemed too busy for me. But then eventually I would catch up when I saw that he wanted to get results from what he was doing. So I'm trying to say that if not for him, okay, our guest is back, right? I'm trying to say that if not for him, there is every if not for my best friend, there's every possibility that I would still be limited. But because I had someone in that my social environment, that was not a physical environment, that was like a social environment. So, and your digital environment is also very important. So when you are in a current physical environment where it seems like you cannot thrive, you don't have to live there, especially when you don't have the power to live there. Many of you are 16, some of you are 17, 18, like really young person. So I can't tell you to now leave your village or live where you are, but then you can overpower the limitations of your physical environment through your social environment, the friends you keep, both online and offline, and also your digital environment. Ensure that you curate your feed online. Ensure that you surround yourself. I told you already in day three that you need to surround yourself with possibilities. Was it day three or day four? One of those days, Sha, that you need to surround yourself with possibilities. That is one of the things that working on your digital environment will do. Surround yourself. Ensure that you use LinkedIn more, right? LinkedIn would really help you because you will see really young persons doing really amazing things, and it will open your mind and just help you stay on track, right? So when you cannot change your current physical environment, work on your digital environment and work on your social environment. You still have power over those. And with that, you would be able to thrive regardless of your physical environment. So I don't know if you would want to say something on that, Chiwendo. All right. I'm trying to see other questions. What can you do if you can't change your environment? We already answered this. Um, how can minors be financially empowered? This is what we've been on. Literally everything that we've been sharing at FSVE is not limited to older people. I mean, this is like a basic knowledge. You mentioned someone does.
Ini, can I say something?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Please do.
I started my money making journey when I was, I think, 17. So I don't think it's about minors. My brother does web development and he's just 14. So please, Ini said it all. It's not about minors.
Thank you so much for that. Can you help answer this question?
Okay, so you mentioned that someone does not necessarily need a laptop, but what of someone that okay, so I don't know so much about cyber security, but one thing you can do is start taking your courses with that. I don't think cyber security definitely needs a laptop, but start taking your courses. That's the first thing you do. And one other thing that you can do is if you can't learn that particular course that you want to learn something because it definitely needs a laptop. Like I said, I don't know so much about cyber security, but if you can't take that particular course because it needs a laptop, take something that is very related to that course so that when you get the money, when you start making money from it, when you get a laptop, you switch. For example, I started with
Mm.
social media marketing. Right now, I work fully in digital marketing. Like I have worked so much in digital marketing right now, raised a couple of money for brands and done a lot of good things. But the thing is, how did it start? Because I decided to go into I started from social media management. Like I because I knew I could do all of that on my phone. So I started with that. So start with that one thing that you can do on your phone that is closely related to what you want to do. Make your money and boom, you get yourself your laptop and you're definitely going to be happy with yourself. So yeah, basically.
Yeah, thank you so much. Please, can you help with this question too on the screen?
Okay, so if I don't have a skill yet and I open an account on LinkedIn, does it mean it's only after a skill? No, 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 no. You don't have to wait till after your skill. You have, for you to open LinkedIn, for you to even be here by now, you're supposed to be able to decide that what do I want to learn? That's the thing you're going to position as on LinkedIn. You don't need to have taken your course, be certified. It's not like going to school. Even going to school self, you can start posing as that thing before you even get a certificate. So you don't have to start learning or like finish learning before you can just start positioning as that thing that you aspire to become and that you are learning to become. So basically, you can definitely start without all of those.
Thank you so much. We have this from Rita. Can you help with that too?
Okay, so Rita says, what digital skills would you refer to someone that is new in the digital space? I'm sorry, but I'll start by referring social media marketing because I'm a social media marketer. But basically, there are a lot of beautiful skills that you can learn: social media marketing, email marketing, social media marketing. You can do everything on your phone: posts, create content calendars, run advertisements on Meta. So I definitely recommend social media marketing, social media management. You can do graphic design. Some people do graphic designs on their phone. You definitely be looking forward to improving, but like you can absolutely start doing it well on your phone and even start making cool money because I've seen a couple of people that started on their phones before they even got their first laptop. So there's graphics design. So I also advise that those things are high-end skills. Like people pay good money, people make good money online from all of those things. You can also do email marketing, like I said. You can do you can be in what other skill do I think? Virtual assistance. Virtual assistance is also very great. Very, very great. It makes a lot of money. There are a lot of busy founders that are looking for people that are free. So your time is the value that you give to them and you help them do this task and you can make a lot of money. So I really hope I've answered your question, Rita.
Yes, you have. Hmm. Do we have any other question from anyone? I'm trying to see. All right, so I'm assuming that we do not have any other question.
I
So
can see
someone is
so many
asking for the prompt.
questions. I don't know why you can't see them, but I can see a couple of questions.
Okay, we can just attend to them.
Okay. Someone says I'm a graphic designer and brand. Or should I just okay, okay, okay. Um, they said I hit now I'm looking at building on LinkedIn. What's the one thing? Were you in yesterday's session? I'm not dwelling so much on LinkedIn, but basically, for someone that is like a brand designer that what's the one thing that I should build around? Build around your brand design, your graphic design, or you can also build around your personal life, the things that you do, the projects that you work on for clients. Since you already even have a track record, that's something that you can leverage on your projects, the things that have brought you, and then those things can attract more clients. Like you're not starting from scratch, so it can even make it easy. Build it around your like your one of your content pillars can be you educating other designers. Another one of your content pillars can be a particular day where you do like case studies, what you've done for clients, what it looks like. Another day you can talk about your personal life because you definitely have a life apart from LinkedIn, a life apart from maybe you just trying to survive working. Maybe if you're a student trying to survive working as a student, there's a lot of content that can come from there. So even if you post 3 times weekly, these pillars are definitely well enough for you. So there's someone said, what were the prompts you inputted into YouTube search engine that brought you okay as of social media management? You just type social media management full course. You are going to see a full course, to be honest. That's basically, but if you still want to go further, simply ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT is going to help you. Just ask ChatGPT that what are the things because I can't remember. That was as far back as 2022. But I knew I typed full course because full course will always give you a full course. So another question says, can I post works I did for the company I'm working with? You absolutely can, but you would have to verify for the company from like with the company because some companies just don't like it. Some companies don't like it, but I think a lot of companies will approve as long as you work on something. But you can also decide to just confirm for in case they would like it. So just confirm and try to do that. Then another question says, I hope I've been able to answer that question. I'm sorry, I'm a fast talker, so sometimes I'm like missing some stuff, but forgive me. So yeah, another question says, as an affiliate marketer, how can I use LinkedIn better? So as an affiliate marketer, how can you use LinkedIn better? So you can definitely, it depends on what you are doing actually, what you are selling, like, because affiliate marketers, you sell people's products to get your own cuts or something like that. Like, that's basically like just a basic explanation. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm just trying to downplay it, but it's a basic explanation. So um it depends on what you are selling. Like, there are a lot of people on LinkedIn, and you can also try to use other platforms. If there are products that should be sold on other platforms, you can also try to use other platforms. But on LinkedIn, if you're selling, like, let me say something for founders, if you're selling something, like, you have a particular, when you post on LinkedIn, after posting educational stuff, after posting about your personal stuff, posting about your journey, you can also post about you can post about things like the product. Like, you can have a particular day dedicated to, like, doing, focusing on posts that will convert, and like basically showing what you sell, why people should buy it, and all of those sorts of things. So you have a particular day for those kind of posts, and also you can directly reach out to people apart from like showing up on social media, like just with your posts. So yeah, I hope I answered that question with that. Hi, Ini.
Yeah, I'm still here. I think we have dealt with most of the questions. These other ones I'm seeing either like a repetition, either questions that have been answered yesterday. For example, now I saw a question about LinkedIn restrictions. Go and watch yesterday's session with Blossom. She answered this question because I also get this question a lot, right? About LinkedIn restrictions, and our time is gone. I don't want to talk on talk about that again. Just go to yesterday's session and follow through. You would understand. Then some of these other questions are like repetition. As a video editor, can I post on LinkedIn? Yes, 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 yes. Even if you don't have a skill, you can post on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn is for everyone. And I encourage that everyone show up on LinkedIn, whether you have a skill or not. I think it was you that also answered the question earlier that if I don't have a skill, can I post on LinkedIn? And she answered that question. So if you don't have a skill and you can post on LinkedIn, of course, if you're a video editor, you should post on LinkedIn. It is very important. So yes, that's I think most of the questions are just like a repetition, and we will not want to keep you waiting. Thank you so much again for coming. We are really grateful. I am personally grateful. Thank you so much for making our time for this session. I think we can. I don't know if you would want to say any other thing.
Nah, nothing else. Just an encouragement that you should keep going. I know what it's like starting off. I know what it's like at the beginning of the journey. I know what it's like going through the journey. I know what it's like juggling school and work. So please, just keep going. Just keep being consistent. And that's all I have to say, basically. And feel free to look up my LinkedIn anytime. Chinwendu Bolaji daily if you want to. Thank you so much.
Sorry. Before you go, I would want to ask because I think people are not asking the right question, and I don't know why you guys are not asking the right question. But I'm going to ask this because this is like a right question. That you are a student and you've been a student for like some years now, and even at that, you've achieved so much, you've grown so much over the past couple of years. So I would like to ask, what are the things that you are doing or you've been doing as a student? Because I know you are studying, I don't know if I can see your course on live, but I know you are studying like a
Say
very heavy.
Just say
Okay,
it.
okay.
Feel
I know you are
free.
studying. I know you are studying physiotherapy, and I know how draining that can be because that's like medicine, right? That's like a part of medicine, and it's like a medical course, right? And I know how crazy it can be. So I want to ask that because many of these guys on this live are students, many persons that are in that register for FSV are like most of them are students, And most of them, even though they are not in the situation now, they would, as they start building their skill, they would eventually find themselves in a situation where they would have to either pick their skill or continue with school. So how do you encourage students that are also trying to make money by building their skill and offering their skill as a service? I'm also a student, so how do you encourage us? Thanks so much.
You're the
Sorry,
one that
what
is
advice?
encouraging me. You're the one
Sorry,
that's
what do you
supposed to
say?
be encouraging me. Because you're my boss. But okay, I'm just going to take that
Ah,
question. So, see, I like being very honest. It is going to be hard. Like, it is very hard sometimes. Like, sometimes and it was hard for me because, like I said, I think this is my first school. So it is going to be hard. Trust me. But then you are going to either pick. Like life is very simple. You're going to pick. Which one do I want? Do I want to be broke? Like my job pays me very well. Like I can't leave. I don't even know if I'm going to get a job immediately after learning after school that is going to pay me as much as what I'm already earning. So I know it is not a, so you are going to pick. Do you want the life where you're going to get these opportunities, you're going to have these benefits, you're going to make this money, or you're just going to sit down and say that, oh, it is only school? Trust me, the one thing you will do is you have to be this is where this discipline consistency also comes in. Even at the point where you've landed a job, it doesn't stop there. Especially as a student, you are going to be strong, you're going to keep showing up, you're going to keep doing the things. Be consistent, as in you make sure that whenever you have this task to do, you do it. You have to do this. Don't say, today I'm not going to do it, I'll do it tomorrow. You will tomorrow, you will not do it. Next tomorrow you carry it over. When you have exams, then you have a lot of tasks to do. So please don't do that. Then another very important thing is that you have to be disciplined. Discipline is very, very important, especially if you're a student. Else you will spend your time watching YouTube videos, or you spend your time watching movies. Like, I think the last time I saw a movie was after my exam on Friday. Like, before that time, the last time I saw a movie, I can't remember, because I like keeping away things that are going to like take my time, things that are going to be problematic, things that are going to just cause me a lot of problem. So please, if you are a student, the one thing that you are going to do is please be disciplined, please be consistent, keep applying these things. Don't say I've learned a course, I've started making money online. You keep applying these things, you keep being disciplined, you keep being consistent, you keep at it. You make sure that you meet your deadlines. If your client is, because one thing is, no client is ever going to accept that I'm a student. Maybe you tell them once, I'm a student, please can you give me this time? They'll give you. I'm a student. At some point, they're not going to want to give you again. They're not even going to want to hear that you're a student. They're going to be like, why are you not doing? So you can lose your job. You can start from, just like any said, some people make money and they don't have money again. You can just lose your job like that. And like that, you're going to start from scratch, start looking for opportunities again, where you could have easily done something very good in that place that would even earn you very good recommendations, that would make life better for you, that would make life easier for you. So the one thing that you have to do is do the things do it as they come. Be consistent. Do this thing, do that thing. Stop procrastinating. Take it off your dictionary. All those YouTube videos that are not necessary, take them out of. All those movies that you don't need to watch, take them. You can always watch them at some other time. When you have work, know that you have work, and then you have a separate time where you do school. You have a separate time where you do work. And trust me, it's not going to be very easy, but then it is going to be easier, and you're going to be able to juggle both things. Because in a couple of years now, I'm gonna be out of this school and I'm gonna be making just my money. So please, you don't need to drop one for one. You can definitely do it. And I'm cheering you on. Chinwendu is cheering you on. Thank you, Ini.
Thank you so much. Because I get that question a lot, and I'm so glad that you are here to share your own experience and your own perspective as regard that. Thank you so much, Chiwendu, for granting us this opportunity to hear from you, to learn from you, and to draw value from you. Thank you so much. I think if you can leave now if you would want to. Thank you so much. So everyone, we are past time already. I understand our time is really gone. To follow Chiwendu, just go to LinkedIn and connect with Chiwendu, Bolaji, Her name is Chinwendu Bolaji. Oh, God. Her name is Chinwendu Bolaji on LinkedIn. Chinwendu. If you were in the session, you would have seen her full name. So just go to LinkedIn and search for her name and ensure that you connect with her. She drops really she drops really amazing content that you would want to draw value from. And again, those are the kind of people you keep around your social environment, so that you can consistently be inspired, consistently learn, consistently draw value. And yeah, someone asked the question earlier, and we did not answer that. And the reason why I did not answer that was because the question was related to graphic design, and I cannot find it again. Well, tomorrow we are going to answer questions. If you've had questions from the first day, maybe about who you are, about the concept of value, about the concept of money, literally whatever questions you have, just bring them tomorrow by 6 p.m. We are going to start live, and by 7 p.m. we are going to be done, and that would be a wrap for FSVE 2.0, the financial skill and value empowerment project. It's been an amazing journey with you guys, and I look forward to the session. Tomorrow, I'm most likely I'm okay. Let me not say this. Just come tomorrow. Just come tomorrow, and yeah, I will see you tomorrow. Good night. Bye. Oh, I need to say this. I need to say this. I need to say this. If today is your first day attending FSVE, please go back to the previous sessions. If you missed any day, ensure that you go back and catch up. If in fact, I personally encourage. I have decided to pack FSVE, right? This FSVE, every single session, I've decided to pack it into a course. It's free. It's also on the channel. Just go to the channel. Once you tap on the name on the channel, you would see where you would see the course. It's like a playlist so that every of these sessions can be in one playlist so that you can go over them again and again. I will encourage you to go over every of these sessions again. They are life transforming, and most likely, even though you thought you attended, there are many things you miss from the sessions that you would eventually discover when you are listening again. So, as much as you attended FSV 2.0, ensure that you go over these sessions again and again as many times as possible so that the things that you have been learning, you would really know how to substantiate them so that they can actually give you the kind of result that you want. I will see you tomorrow at the grand finale, and till then, stay hungry. The future is bright.